Hi, it's Mr. Holly. Did you miss me? Anyway, I wanted you to play with interactive physics for a while, and there's a few things that I wanted to show you how to do. Alright? I think I've shown you a few things about interactive physics before, but what I want to get across is just a few things that I want you to be able to use as tools to be able to measure things. Alright? Now, first of all, I want you to go up here, and you are going to, I don't know how close we can get here, I want you to draw a rectangle. Okay? Something like that. Alright? Then you need to anchor it. There's an anchor tool right here. I'm sure you can see on the screen. I want you to anchor it like that. Then I want you to draw a square. The square tool is right up here. And put this square on your rectangle. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to grab this thing and we're going to be able to make it slide. So see, when I do this right here, I'm grabbing in the center of it and I'm pulling out, and I pulled a velocity out. Now when I hit run, like this, it didn't go quite far enough. So you know what I want to do? I'm going to go up here and hit reset. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the velocity. So I'm going to grab it a little bit more. See, there's friction in between this block and this block. Alright? So now I'm going to hit run, and now the thing will actually go off. Okay, that's what I want. Alright? Now when you've gotten to this point, let's say, here, this happens with you guys a lot of times. You lose things on here. It's like, oh no, where is everything? I can't find anything. Okay, because you just accidentally hit up here or down there, and you've moved it off the center of the screen. There's a button that's right up here called Zoom to Extents. Okay? It's this one right here. Zoom to Extents, right next to the run button. And if I click on that, then everything comes right back to the middle again. It zooms into everything that you're working with. Alright? Now, what I want to do is I want us to be able to measure some things. Okay? So first of all, there I did it again. See, I got to zoom to extents. There we go. Alright, I want to click on the box that you're going to deal with. So click on that so it's highlighted. Then the computer will know you're talking about that. Then I want you to go up here to measure. Okay? Up to measure. And then I want you to, first of all, measure position. We're going to do this 6 times. Measure position, X graph. And then go to measure again, position, Y graph. Okay? The square should still be highlighted. If the square is highlighted, then it's going to allow you to measure the X and the Y. Okay? Now, that's the position. You know how it's going to change the displacement. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk about measuring the velocity. So go to measure, velocity, X graph, measure, velocity, Y graph. Alright? So you've got that, and what we'll do is we'll move the graphs around so you can look at them too. Alright, now, the next thing I want to do is to measure the acceleration. Okay, so measure the acceleration, X graph, measure the acceleration, Y graph. There you go. Okay. Let me see. Where's my other acceleration? Let's try this again. Oh, it was stacked. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to get this thing to where everything's looking kind of good so we can look at it. Okay. So I'm going to put my accelerations over here. I'm going to move the graphs to where I can actually see them. If you need to zoom out a little bit so you can do this, I guess that would be fine. Alright, so I'm moving my graphs around here. Trying to move this. If you double click on it, what will happen is the properties window for that graph will pop up. You really don't need to look at that. That's okay. Now you can run this a few times if you want. Alright? I want you to be able to try and understand how the X position is changing, how the X velocity is going to change, and how the X acceleration will change. I also want you to look at the Y velocity, the Y position, and the Y acceleration in the same way. When you hit run, what's going to happen is you're going to see a graph. Shut up! The bird's messing around here. You're used to that, aren't you? Anyway, watch this. If you hit run, like this, you're going to see all this graphing information. Now you can hit stop and reset. If you let it go for a long, long time, it's going to make a huge graph. But what I want you to think about is, why does the x position of the graph, why does it get rounded at first and then it goes straight? Why does the velocity go down and then go constant for the x velocity? And for the x acceleration, why does it, it slopes down a little bit and then it gets constant, and it's flat at 0, okay? Why is that happening? And then for the y position, I want you to look at it too. Why does the y position, why is it at 0 at first, and then it starts going down in this exponential way? And the y velocity, why is it 0 at first, and then why is it constant down like this, a straight line? And then the acceleration, okay, why is it 0 at first, and then what happens is it goes down to negative 9.8. Why is that? Okay, so I want you to look at this, and you can play with this a few times. Now, after you do this and consider this, okay, really what you're doing is you're kind of getting used to being able to use this as a tool. Then I want you just to play for about 10 minutes, okay? You can make a car, you can make a rocket, you can shoot things at other things, make a little device where everything's swinging around and it's like a Rube Goldberg device. You can just play with it for a while. You can change the colors of everything. It'd be nice if you'd measure some things too, because that's how you can actually, learn from this. You can make some springs and some pendulums. Just play with it for a while, because playing with it's going to make you get familiar with it. Okay, well, I hope you're having fun, and I'm missing you guys. I wish I was back here, believe me. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.